Hi guys, how are you doing? So today we are discussing some of the setups. We would be putting alerts as well. That wouldn't only help us to finalize our setups as well as to look into the future predictions of the market. But before we start, there's a disclaimer that it's all for the education purpose and it's not an investment purpose. So before getting into the details, I would like you to show you this channel that we are building, currently working on. The channel name is Milking Pips right here. So there are certain videos out here that we have as well as in our playlist for the learning purposes, and it can create a basic idea for you guys that how we look at the market. There are the live sessions in which we are doing certainly some kind of live trading as well, but these days we have started a session for only just to understand the market direction and trends. We have certain videos based on certain questions of the people. So I would like you to like support through the subscribers, through the likes, and I also want you to subscribe, press the bell icon, and support the channel. So getting further into the details, let's start from the data that we are looking today, and as well as the data that we are looking tomorrow. So before getting into it, let's make it to the more important data. So today was Thursday and it's still going on. So there was number one pound data that came, and it had a good impact out there. So on the other hand, we had unemployment claims. The unemployment claims has increased from the previous forecasted value, and it gave a dollar a bearish move. On the other hand, tomorrow, Friday, December 6th at 8:30 a.m., that is Eastern Standard Time, and that is a New York time, we would be having the unemployment chases unemployment rate for the Canadian dollar, and then there would be on US data, that is average hourly earning, that is important non-farm payroll change and unemployment rate. And all of these datas would be really important for the tomorrow's movement, and we can discuss today and as well as tomorrow that how this would impact the future move in the market. So now what we are looking at. So guys, this is DXY, and we saw that there was a structure break around here. We saw there was a structure break around there, and after that day the price has been like in an uptrend right here. And now when the uptrend here has been exhausted, so the sellers started coming in, and we can see that there was certain supports that were being broken, and the price went up, retested that level right here, and now the price is specifically in a range format. So what we can expect based on the based on our forecasts is there could be a there could be a move that that can guys, the thing is that NFP is actually based on all fundamentals, so we have to design our setup based on that. But according to the market structure and as well as according to the predictions right now, what we can see is that if the price is continuously moving downwards in a channel right now, something like this. So we can expect a move towards the downside, taking all of these lows right here, and then price can, if the price breaks out, and then price can give us a move. On the other hand, if there is a move like that tomorrow, so certainly the NFP move would be directly straight like that. So any kind of pullback or any kind of thing can give us a move and create a double top, and then we can further predict that how the price would be moving. So this was a DXY. Currently DXY is on the structure, creating a small double top right here based on a smaller time frame, and then price came back down right here. And if the price shows some kind of reaction up here, we can expect a move. So in that scenario, we have placed our alert right here, and let's hope that how things run on the shorter time frame. We can we can observe that this small candle right here is a Friday 4 hour. So there is a possibility that price can give us some kind of move on the upside in order to maintain the channel that has been, or or a trend that has been formed right here. So this is kind of like a current look that what we are looking at. So anyway, moving towards the next pair. So now we are looking at NZD USD. NZD USD is quite in a bearish format right here, and it's a big trend that has been formed like that. So while looking at that and understanding that, we need to understand only this area just because it is our point of interest, and it is a quite big area that we can get some swing move out of it. So if we look deep into it, how the price is actually forming, this is for our time frame. And for the convenience, I can open a watermark as well so that you guys can see that what the pair is. So this is NZD USD. So in that scenario, we can see that, guys, I think I would be turning off the watermark because it's kind of like distracting right now. But you guys know that this is NZD USD right here. So in that scenario, guys, the price, when the price was pushing down all the way right here, we formed a legit support at this point. This is a support that was formed right here, and price started breaking those levels. And as the price broke those levels, this was another support that was formed, and right here from this point the price again started rejecting, and it could be based on this order block right here which we encountered. And then price came back, taking all of the liquidity that was around these points, and it made its low right here. After forming the low, there was a break of the structures that happened in different scenarios, and again there was a liquidity that was taken around these points, and there was a rejection around this order block based on the idea of forming this as a supply side. And then the price started pushing down, forming the lower lows and lower highs. And currently on this order block, the price started rejecting. So it's a basically a first time rejection to FTR level as well. So it kind of like worked in that sense, and price is pushing on the upper side. But if we see the microstructure, that is a smaller time frame, we are looking at a channel right here, a small channel, and channel indicates that the prices by the big boys, they are loading off the prices. So it seems like that they are kind of like taking out their orders, and all the sell orders that were being placed right here, they are getting out of it. So this is the move kind of we are looking at right now. And if the channel breaks out, so we can expect a move till there, forming a double top around this point. But on the other hand, if we see a move right here, so it can also indicate uh, if the breaks here, so it can also indicate the double top around that point. So I hope this makes sense. So now this is Australian dollar USD, that is AUD USD right up here. So looking at it in a bigger pictorial format, how we see it is, just a second, right here. So this is the kind of a structure that we are really looking at. So this was an important level right here, and we found some kind of reaction as well, but the price was in super bearish format that it didn't even stop, so making the trend on the downside like that. And right here there was a liquidity that was taken, and then as the liquidity got taken around this point, the price pushed on the upper side, and these levels were also stopped out, because when the prices came back up like that, and most probably it would be election day on this big candle on the sell side. So later on what the price went up, and now what we are looking at. So now let's consider that this is our major support here, and when the major support formed here, so there was a break right here. Now this is another support that we are looking at right now, and this is another resistance as well. So price is basically in our range format for many days, and there was a breakout that happened right here, and currently the price is pushing up. So this is the kind of a structure that we can expect forming a double bottom right here in Australian dollar. So moving towards the next pair, right now we have GBP USD, and similarly we can expect a bigger break right here, although this support didn't acted as it should have been like that, but uh, something like that should be the ideal structure which we can expect. But on the other hand, if we just as we have moved a lot from the left side, so we are now moving and looking at our point of interest. And if I believe that if we look at this as our point of interest right now, it can give us better understanding. So now considering that there was a break right here, there was a support that was formed right here, and what ended up happening, that price broke, price came back, formed a support right here, and giving the indication that market is bearish. But there was a retest creating a double top right here, and as the double top was formed, the price went down directly, retested these levels, and price pushed back up. And this push was around about like 70% of the Fibonacci, and I can just even show you that. If you see guys, the idea is that it's around about like 78% of the Fibonacci right here. This is the amount of the pullback that was taken here, and this was our support that was broken after that with a high momentum, and price has been pushing down ever since and came back here, tried to form a support here, and on the other hand the price pushed back up and moved on the downside, something like that. As the price formed this low around 12500 level, price started going sideways, creating a small channel, indicating that the big players are loading off their and taking the profits and loading off the money. So there was a push on the upper side, kind of like breaking the structure. Then there was a small pullback right here, and then the price pushed on the upper side. So as the price pushed on the upper side right here, after break of this structure, and after the break of this structure, there was a pullback, price pushed on the upper side, and price did some kind of working, one push, two push, and three push. And after the third push, the price was dumped on the downside. Although the structure right here, we are looking and observing that there's a interest that can be seen of the buying side, and it is happening like that. On the structural basis, on the market structure, the idea was to expect a double top right here, and as the double top form, I'm expecting a move at least till down here for the safe ending. And my alert is also placed right here because it's kind of like a major support at that sorry, major resistance at that time, and price couldn't work on that. So in that scenario, that there could be an option like that as well. But for the safety reasons, some of the profits would be locked around this level, and rest the price can be running to reach this level. So that's a small scenario based on the trade, because we cannot confuse our trade with the market scenario, because this is just a projection, that is the projection based on my analysis. But on the other hand, if we see that the price is giving us a bullish structure, something like that, if it comes here, so we can expect a move on the upper side as well. And this is like a first time rejection level. So I hope it makes sense. On the other hand, like we have like an option of the continuation like that and like that. So something like that as can be also be expected based on this trade. So further moving towards Euro USD, this is Euro USD right here, and similar scenario that the price was ranging around this point, and this was the price ranging around this point. So there was a breaks that continuously happened. There is a big momentum candle that pushed the price downside. There is a big momentum candle that pushed the price downside. Price came back up around about like 50% of this move. This move, the price came back around like 50% of this move, and price started pushing down. And as the price is pushing down, so this was the kind of like a scenario and forming a small channel. And these were the prices that where the big players were loading off and creating a, a flag pattern as well. So price retested that, broke the level, and price further moved on the downside. And we can now see that as the price moved on the downside, this is our one of our resistance right here. But based on the current scenarios, we can expect a rejection right here, and we can see that the rejection is happening right here. And first the price was pushed down right to that level, and after the price was pushed to that level, there was a move on the upside in a hope of creating a double top, and now we can expect the price to come back down there. The idea that we saw in pound, that it was forming a more intensive bullish structure, but in euro we can't see that because there are certain logical reasons behind it. That in France we can see that there is a government issue right now that is also going on. So let's wait and see that if price comes around here and we can find something like that, and if the price creates some bullish scenarios like that, so then we can only expect a move to up to that point. So right now let's hope that price is pushed on the downside like that. Moving next, this is euro gbp, and euro gbp is moving really beautifully because it is a combination of pound and euro. That's why I've kept it after euro and pound, because we can see that there are certain breaks that has been occurred right here. There's a break that occurred right here with a big momentum. This was a support. Price couldn't hold that support and instead formed a new support right here. And as the price formed a new support right here, see, we just saw a big rejection around this point based on this support. But on the other hand, the players had a way of pushing that on the upper side, and price penetrated through all these structures, coming back down, pushing back up, and price went like that, forming this structure right here. And this structure, when this structure was formed, the price broke out of this level and price started forming a channel. Seems like the big players are getting out of the orders, and then the price came back down and it gave us this ambiguous move right here. Now coming back to our own scenario, what we can see is that there is also a order block right here, this, and as the price went back down and price was pushed back up like that, there was a rejection that we have seen right here. And this is a big beautiful move that happened, and now the price is around 30 to 40% of this channel. Like I can show you that this is the, if this is a Fibonacci right here, so price is around like rejecting around like 50% right here and creating a structure. What we can expect is that the this was kind of like a low that was formed, taking the liquidity right here, taking the liquidity right here, and price came back down and started going up. So in that scenario, guys, that if we look at that, it's in the ranging right now, and as it is in the ranging right now, the most important thing which we need to understand is either the price goes back down and take these lows, forming this kind of structure or a channel. But on the other hand, if we get a double top right here, and if the price breaks out of this, then we can expect a move up there. But there could be a high likelihood that price can go back down like that. So if we talk in our simple terms, guys, just give me a second. Yeah, so if we see that this is a good amount of resistance, sorry, a support that we are looking at right now. So price came back down, pushed up, came back down, and this is a range that we can see right now. So if this is the structure that we look in the coming days, based on that idea, there could be a move on breakout on the upper side uh, to form the range. So this is certainly like that scenario. But on the other hand, what we can do is we can place our alert right here. So in NFP, if there is a push, so we can get a better understanding that how that push would be reacting. Now this is AU Euro AUD, really a beautiful price action. This was kind of like an order block right here, which we can see. The price came back down, held beautifully to this order block right here. Price pushed back up, came back down, came around like 70 80% of the level of this range, and then price pushed on the upper side. The move was really hard, but as the price started breaking down, breaking their structures, price came back down, did not respected this, instead broke with the high momentum candle, and price came back down again. Price pushed on the lower side. So this move was a new resistance that was formed, and then price was pushed down. And as price pushed down, you can see that the way with the momentum, the price broke this structure right here. This is a big candle that has formed with a big momentum, and price broke this level like that, and then price started forming the small structures for the bullish side. Then price pulled back for this level, and then we can expect another push on the upper side, and this was the news for AUD that pushed the price on the upper side. And now we can expect a move like that, and that has already been happened after creating a small pennant pattern. And after the price broke out around this, we can see that the price broke around that. So guys, the current scenario we can look is to this level, that I'm quite hopeful that price can be pushed to that level. So in that scenario, let's mark that level so that we can keep an eye on it. And we can even place our alert on this. So guys, the idea right now is that what would be the reaction of the price up there if the price continues like that right here. If price comes right here, so there could be a highly likelihood that price would be taking those levels as well. In that scenario, there is another kind of situation that we can observe right here is if the price breaks back into the range, then we have to wait and see that how price reacts, and if it can give a move right around this level, and then can price be pushed on the upper side. So in that case, we can also use this as our first time rejection level, which can later act as a demand signal as well. So this is the kind of scenario right now. But overall, if we see the structure, it's in a bullish, um, it's in a bullish momentum right here, and clearly showing that all the all the structures are being broken and pushed on the upper side. So any kind of pullback around here, or maybe around there, around this order block, can give us a good move up till that level. So I believe that it would be, so right now we are looking at as a bullish. This is Euro AUD. Moving further to pound AUD, pound Aussie, that is GBP USD. So the idea is super similar. We saw that the price broke these levels, with a high momentum push, and this was a good extreme move that we can see. And similarly, based on that impact, the price is continuously breaking the levels like that. So I believe that price can easily be pushed like that further on any kind of pullback. So we can look into this structure as well. But for the convenience, we need to look for this in the case that price come back here and come back up there, creating a double top. So this is the kind of a scenario that we can expect right now. Now we have NZD pairs, that is AUD NZD. Previously we were doing the Aussie pairs. NZD AUD NZD is in a state that is incomplete right now. I will tell you why. See, this was like a major resistance. Right here we had a rejection, right here we had a rejection. And on the other hand, this was our support on the previous support, but this liquidity was taken around here, and this structure that was our major resistance was broken with the high momentum candle, and this was a small support that was formed, and price went back up. And as the price went back up, so eventually price got exhausted, and we can see some kind of major candles, specifically this pin bar right here, showing the intense movement towards the downside, and price started breaking the levels like that. So this was kind of like a resistance here that was turned into support, but it was a failed support, and price came back down like that. So as the price came back down here on this minor support, then the price started forming a channel like that, forming this kind of structure. Seems like the players are offloading their sells that they have taken and locking their profits around here. Now currently this was our support, and price is moving further down. Now what we need to do is we need to wait till the price goes to any of these levels and formed a pure healthy low, and then we can just understand our pure range. So going back, there are certain levels around here. So in that scenario, if this is our if this is our level, or if this is our level, this is a thing that we can't understand, although we can see that this could be a more prominent order block, because there has been a reaction around these levels. So what we can do is we can mark this. So in that scenario, that if the price wants to push down there, and any sort of pullback around this level, we can have first profits here, and then we can hold till right there. So this is the scenario that we are currently looking at, a structure that can be built like that. And this was AUD NZD. Now this is Euro NZD, different scenario from Australian. And what we are looking at, that this was our major support that was formed, and this was our minor resistance out here. Price took out the liquidity around these levels, and price came back down, formed our small basic minor support, and later on the resistance was taken out in a form that it didn't even matter. So on the other hand, we can see that there are the momentum candles as well that we can witness right here. and further the price moved up like that, pulled back and went up, and later on formed an exhaustion right here. And as price formed exhaustion, you can see that this is a break that happened. Price came back down, one push, two push, and price started coming back down, broke these levels around there, and tried forming a support based on the breakout that happened right here. This not only like trapped the traders as well, but it gave a full false hope that the price can be pushed on the upper side. But on the other hand, the price came back down, forming this support, price pushed back and broke the level right here. So this is the scenario that we are looking at right now here. The idea is that all those people who were longing from this point had a liquidity around there, and this is a V-shaped structure rejection that happened. And after the V-shaped rejection that has happened, the price pushed with the high momentum. Price pulled back and continued the move on the upper side and continued the move on the upper side like that, and making a small channel. Seems like all the all the big money that was here was being disposed of. Price pushed, gave a high exhaustion push and came back down directly. Started breaking the levels, started breaking the levels, and further the price formed a pure low right here. But on the other hand, on Australian dollar NZD, it wasn't that clear. And price came back down, price pushed back up. This was the first time rejection that we expected, and price came back down. And this was like an inducement support that started forming. Price again like started going on the sideways, and again there was this range that was formed, and price pushed back down, broke this range, retested this range right to the level right here, and price is pushing back up. So this is the kind of scenario right now, and what we can actually do is we can place the level right here because it is an important level right now, and then we can understand that what could be the next move. So for that condition, I would like to place an alert right here, and this is how I would be looking at. So currently what I believe is that as the price broke this level, we are expecting and hoping that if this trade trend continues, so price can go and break the levels above like that. But based on the idea that price has moved up, pulled back, came back up here, and price is coming back down, forming a double bottom right here. And if the price breaks around here, then we can expect a downside move like that. But most probably, if we just see a reaction above here, so we can expect a move right to that level. So let the structure form, and later on we can observe what is happening. So guys, I would be needing a 1 minute break, and then I would be coming back with more pairs. There's a lot to discuss right now, and literally this analysis can give you a good move for NFP as well. So keep that in mind. Welcome back, guys. So now we have pound NZD, uh, a really confused price action. This is pound NZD. So, guys, this was our major support that has done all the progress up there, breaking these levels. Price will pull back around 80%, broke the structure, and eventually price broke out of these range that is marked right here. And as the price started breaking down, the price again took the liquidity around here. And as the price took the liquidity around there, and price pulled back. And after that, there was a channel above here like that. And again, there was a pullback around exactly to this order block right here. And as this is basically a demand zone where the price came back down right here. And as the price came back down here, again the price started breaking this small channel. And as the price started breaking and even broke this level specifically with the high momentum candle right here, and as the price started breaking with the high momentum, and we also saw the high momentum around here, and what ended up happening, that price pushed back, price pushed one push, and price pushed second push, and price started dumping down and directly came back forming this support. Then price went back up, retested those levels, and this could be a really good hope for the uh, players that the price can be going to go on the upper side. But price held that level, formed a major resistance up there, and price started coming back, formed a support. Price pushed back, formed the support. And guys, you can see that there's a channel that has been established right here, something like that. And further price pushed back up here, took the liquidity that was selling up there, and price came back down. Although this is complex, but on the other hand, if you can understand the the points you can make money on. So this was a confirm move, and if not this, but this was a confirm move, so we could have like capitalized twice based on this scenario. And what end up happening, that this is the highest resistance that was formed, and currently it is acting like a support right here. And then further price moved back down. Again the price moved back down, and it was more on the ambiguous side rather than like a pure structural base. And price formed this low eventually, and after the price has formed this low, the things started turning around. There has been an interest in the buyers at this point, and price came back down around like 70%, and price then broke the structural level right here. What we can expect next is a bullish move towards the upper side, but the scenario is that for the execution you can't enter blindly here. For example, if you enter blindly here, there is a lot that price can retrace back and eventually go on the upper side. So while looking at this scenario, what I personally believe is that this was the resistance that acting as support right now, that is SNR. It was support, now it's turning into the that this was a resistance, and now this is turning into a support. And price came back down, pushed back, formed a double top right here. And as the double top is formed, so there could be something like that, and then we can see a move like that on the upper side. But if the price starts breaking inside this range, and I'm talking about this range and this range, so there could be a scenario that we can expect like that. But more probable thing is that any kind of pullback can give us a better move towards the bullish side. Now moving towards the USD CAD, and one of the major pairs. Now the CAD series has begun and NZD series is over. So what we can actually see is that the price was in the channel right here, because all the buying that has happened around this point was getting offloaded here, and we can see there was a dump that happened right here, and price pushed back after dumping all the after locking the profits. There was a pullback, and then there was again a buying that happened, and now we can see that based on this order block right here, there was a big pump, price came back down, forming it as a demand zone, and price broke out of this structure. And as the price broke out of this level, price was pushed back, that is a pullback, and then price continued on the upper side. And as the price continued on the upper side, price formed this as our first new resistance that has a liquidity into it. And as it had the liquidity, the price started coming back down, taking out all the people that had been longing right here, that were longing all around here. There are like a lot of buyers around each of these levels, and price came back down, gave a good shock to them, and now price has started forming a small range, building up the orders. And on election day we saw a big pump on the upper side like that, and then price pushed back down. Here price formed a double bottom, and price again pushed back up. Although the price couldn't take this liquidity around here, but now the scenario is the range. So what could be our next move? That's quite ambiguous right now, because let's mark this level. And although the price is in highly bullish, until and unless this zone was broken, if this structure would have been broken, then we can expect a move down there. But on the current scenarios, the price held a good support here, broke these resistances, forming a double bottom around here. Price pulled back, price continued, but price is unable to break the level right here. So we have to wait, see that how price react around here, and we can expect a move like that, or if the price start breaking levels, we can expect a move down here. Now moving further, this is AUD CAD, but before that I would take a few second break. Welcome back, guys. So this is AUD CAD, and the structure is quite prominent around here. So let's start our analysis right here. That this was our major support. Price broke with the big momentum candle right here and went back down, forming this as a support right here, forming a channel right here. Price was pushed back down, took the liquidity and closed out all the people who were longing here. And with the sudden push down, the price started pushing back up, breaking these levels. Later on, the price came back, formed this support, went back up, broke these levels, took the liquidity around here as well. And now price is currently in a range right here. And as the price was in the range, there was the first push that happened around here. Price went pushed up, formed a big move on the downside, and then price went in the range for a while, and then price broke these levels. So guys, how the levels has impacted is that this was a break that happened around this point of the structure. The price went back down with the big push, forming this low, and price is again pushing on the upper side, and it's holding right here right now. So considering this as a major support right now, I'm not sure about it based on the structure. So what we need to do is we need to wait for the price to reach to this level, and then we can figure out that what can be the scenario, if this is a legit support right here or not. I hope it makes sense. So for our better understanding, because the structure that is forming is that the candle that is being developed right here is good momentum based. So if this price holds this and forms this, and then whenever the breakout happens right here, we can expect a move till this order block, and then there could be a pullback and price can further continue on the upper side, and something like that can happen. So in that case, this is a close position, and I don't want to miss this opportunity. In that scenario, I would be placing my alert right here. Let's move further. EuroCAD, amazing structure, guys. I have like keeping an eye on this structure as well. So this was a big range that we are looking at right here. And what end up happening that price with the high, this is another order block that we are looking at. So with the break of this structure right here, the price went back down and formed our support. Price pushed back up to exact this level there where the break actually happened, and then there was a sell that started, and we can see some of the momentum candles around this level. Price is pushing back down, forming a small channel right here, and as the price came back down here, there was a big momentum push. There was a small channel that was formed right here, and there was a big momentum push that happened here, and price was pushed on the upper side. But as the price pushed on the upper side after breaking of this range that is really huge, there was a retest of that range right here. That was a clear retest, and price came back down like that, and price was pushed super strong. And as the price created this low, that confirms us that there was a big momentum in the market, that price even formed gaps around here, which we don't usually see in the currencies. So the price pushed on the upper side and price came back down. Price pushed on the upper side, price came back down and pushed on the upper side, and price is forming a range. Now, what could be the expectation is that if the price came back up here, and if the price breaks this level, there could be a breakout that can push the price on the upper side. But on the other hand, if the big players wants to keep this range intact, so we can expect a rejection from this level based on this order block right here. That is really good. So guys, tomorrow and today we can get a good move in this pair. Right now we are so close to form a double top, but on the other hand, there could be a rejection that can be expected in this level. But if there is no rejection, so it's a further move, easy move towards the upper side. So in that regard, I would be removing this alert line so that it can give me a better understanding. Now this is pound CAD. Here we can see it's a pound CAD. So similarly, guys, this was our order block right here that had pushed the price. Price broke the structure, formed this low around like 80%, and price started pushing back, giving us pin bars showing the momentum on the upper side, and price was pushed on the upper side like that. Price came back down, took the liquidity around here. Even price took the liquidity around there, around here, and then each time there was a sell off that happened. This is kind of like an important level right here that I already marked, but as there wasn't any kind of proper indication that price wants to stop here, I kind of like removed that. So now we can see that each time the price is reaching to this zone of the resistance, there was a big momentum candle right here. And if we just remove it like that, we can see there was a momentum candle like that right here. This was a potential FTR level of this range where the price actually broke. FTR means the first time rejection, and price is now pushing on the upper side. So any kind of pullback, we can expect a move towards the upper side to any of these levels. This could be our first level as well, and this could be our main level as well. So there are like certainly more levels here, guys. It's just, so there are levels here, but uh, for the convenience, let's let's see that how things would be running. So the thing is that we can place a level right here. Any kind of pullback can give us an opportunity up till that level first. So this is what the current scenario looks like. And moving further, NZD-CAD. This is NZD-CAD right here in front of you. The price is moving down. This was a support here. Price broke the support and retested the level exactly to this range, because this was our major support. That was a pullback of this channel right here, and as the price pulled back, price was pushed up, price was pushed up. This is an exhaustion move right here that happened, and sellers induced right here really hard. And as the sellers got induced here, the price came back down, respected the support right here, break that happened, one push that happened here, one push, two push, and third push, and price dropped. And after that, after the price dropped around here, price retested this level. That was a resistance here or break there, and price retested here. Sellers again entered here, price started pushing on the downside and came back down there, breaking this structure, breaking this structure, and forming this support. Price pushed back up. price started again ranging on the downside and pushed back down there. So now this is also our major support here. Most probable thinking would have been that the price could have gone up from right here, but instead the price actually retested this resistance, formed a double top here, and price started pushing down on the lower side. Eventually end up happening that price gave us a one push, and that this is the momentum candle that showed that there is an interest in the market. And as the price came back down, price pushed up, broke the structure, price started ranging, forming this support, this lower, and this is a higher of the range, and eventually the price broke these levels, retested the order block right here, and price is going like that. So right now the situation in NZDC CAD is unclear because there isn't any kind of like a proper structure that can be actually located. So USD CHF really at a great level right now. So price broke out of this range around here with this big momentum candle, and price pulled back exactly to the level. And this is the kind of the scenarios that I really love getting involved in. So these are the kind of the structures that I really love taking a trade on. And then there was a big break, and price was pushed on the upper side. So there was a small retest around here like that. Price went up, retested this level, and price broke this level. There we had an exhaustion right here, and sellers started inducing. This small channel was being broken each and every time, and price came back down exactly to this support. Price went up, retested, formed a double bottom right here, and price went back up there. And after that scenario, the price is coming back down. So right now, if we see a reaction coming back up here based on the support that has formed already and have given us certain reactions, so we can expect a move till up there that can form us a double top right here. Or if the price doesn't go and goes back to the 50% of the range or to this level, we can expect a move like that as well. So on NFP we can get a really good move in USD CHF because the price action is quite clear. So guys, I want to like alert you with the point that now Swiss pairs are started, NZD pairs are over. So looking at AUD CHF, it is in a prominent structure. We had a resistance right here, we had a support right here, and that you can see this was a resistance, and now that's a support. Level to level game, broke breaking with the high momentum right here, and this is a channel that has been formed, and really condensed channel that shows that the big players are actually dumping out their orders, and we can see a big sell off that happened right here based on this momentum candle. And some people would be calling it as fair value caps, FVG levels. Price came back down, price started going back up like that, and price again back came back to this support. We can see a small pin bar here as a reaction candle, and eventually what ended up happening, that price came back down till this level. So now what we can see, that there was a break that happened around here. Price pulled back around about 70%, came back down, went up on this, forming a double top, again pushed down, forming a double bottom, and there was a break in this range around this level. So the price broke out of this range, really important because this was a big momentum candle, pushed back up, pulled back, not enough pullback, minor pullback, and price went back up. So this is our major support, our major resistance that was formed. Price started coming back down. This is also our major support, and price went back up there. Price pushed back, and this is a channel again. And as this channel was formed, there was a dump after that, and price came back down. Now, guys, the important stuff is that price is exactly to this support that was first time formed, and based on this scenario, what can I expect is price came back down, pushed back up, and came back down here. So there is this was also our support. So anything with the big momentum candle right here, we can literally expect price to go back down and touch this support right here. This is Euro Swiss. The template looks quite condensed and consolidated. There was a move on the downside like that, and there was also a support that was forming here. Price broke out of this support, price pushed back up, came back down, and price started coming down, forming this low. So current condition shows that there was a push on the upper side, breaking all these levels, and price are now basically this range is formed and it is quite condensed, and this is the range where the big players are actually placing their orders. So most probably, like, if the liquidity is taken around this point, then we can expect a move again back up there. So it's really ambiguous right now. And GBP CHF, this is a low, this is the high, that's a break. Price pushed back, retested the level, price pushed down, price broke this level, and price came back to this uh, order block. Price pushed back up again, price took the liquidity around here, and then there was a big momentum push on the upper side, but this zone acted as an order block and price was pushed back on the downside. And this is a support, that is local support that was formed, but now acting as a major support. Price pushed back up, pulled back, pushed back up, breaking the structure, and then the price started in ranging. So right here, I was also short yesterday, but as the price started going back up like that, so price started going up and touched this level and went back down. So it's really difficult to hold a move that is actually forming like that. But if I had waited for this level, there could have been a good opportunity for me. But until and unless, there isn't much for me because I was expecting a move towards this point. So in that condition, I would be putting my level of the alert around here, because like that, so that I can actually wait for the proper formation of the structure that is completing the range like that, and then we can see that how we can expect a structure right here. Now this is NZD right here, and there's a lot of price action that has been happened around back there. So if we just look around this, there was a break that happened around here. Price went back into a small channel. Price pushed up once. Price came back down, pushed twice, came back down. This was a local support that was formed right here. Price went back down, forming this support, and then price has started breaking the level around here. So guys, any sort of pullback around here can give us a good move around there. So you can just even take a pullback on the smaller time frame by looking this structure like right here. So, or if there is a pullback around this level, this can give us a good move like that down there. So moving further, this is CAD CHF. The reaction is beautiful that has happened around here as well. This is our major support, and we can see that the price has started breaking this level right here. This was a break structure that happened. This was another break that happened, and this was a local support that was formed, and the price has broken these level, taking the liquidity out here, and even the liquidity around here has been mitigated. And there was certain times that the price was pushed up, then again the price pushed up, and again the price pushed up, forming a channel right here. There was a breakout of the channel, exact retest of this channel right here, and price is pushing back down. So anything like that can be a good source of profit still there. So there could be a highly likelihood that price can go back down there like that, and even price can come back down there like that. So it's just the point of waiting right now, or there could be a move like that. So let's wait till the price closes so that we can understand that what is the major support around this level. This is now the Swiss pairs are over, and now we would be talking about JPYs, yens. So although I was following yens quite closely, and right here it was super confusing at that time. And what we are looking at, that this is our support that is formed. This is another support that occurred, and there's a breakout, and that's also a breakout that happened here. Price came back down, pushed back up. Right here the pullback is not as good as it should have been, and then price broke this level around here, and price has been going into a range, sideways range. Eventually we saw a break that happened around here, and the idea is that the price has formed its low around here, but still it's really ambiguous right now. So in that scenario we have to wait until and unless the price breaks this level and come back down there, or if the price goes in ranging and started breaking on the upper side like that. So this is the scenario right now. Now this is Aussie yen. Price broke around this level, and then there was a local support around here, and there's a liquidity that has been grabbed around here, and price is currently in a channel as well until unless breakout happens. And this is how we would be looking at. Until then we have to wait for the proper structure to form so that we can understand that what's really the scenario right now. So in that case, now we have to wait for the double bottom. I can place my alert right here for better understanding. Euro JPY has given us a better support right here, although this was our major support, the liquidity was taken around there, and price pushed on the upper side. Then there was a break that happened. There was a retest, clear retest that happened, and price formed another uh, local support, and price pushed back up, not much, giving us a selling structure. And each time, this is the level to level structure right here. This is a level to level structure. After the breaking of this zone, price pulled back around here, came back around here, took the liquidity as well around there, price pushed back up, and this is the structure right now we are looking at. And you can see that the price came back up, rejected, broke this structure. So there is a good chance that either this support that was formed could act as a resistance right now, right here, and that might be acting. But on the other hand, if we see a double bottom around here and price breaks this level and price can go back down. Guys, give me a second. So now what's the scenario? What we need to do is, guys, either we have an option that we can wait till price comes to this point, and if there is any kind of pullback, so we can expect a move towards the downside, or if there's a pullback around here, we can expect a move till that level as well. So the price action is quite clear. In that regard, I would be placing my alerts right here so that I can monitor it later on. Now we have pound yen, really important pair in the trading world. And this is also known as the beast pair because it is quite heavy in the movement. This was our local support, this was our major support. Price broke the level like that, and this was a retest as well that happened, came back down, pushed back down, and formed a local support, pushed back down, reacted, broke, and came back down, pushed back up. And now this is where the price actually broke out, acted as a level to level game right here, level to level thing. Price broke out of the structure, pulled back, and went back up, and right now retesting. So any sort of move like that can give us a better move towards the upside. But if the price breaks out of this level right here, we can expect a good move till this point and can be really, really profitable. But we have to wait right now, and I can place my alert right here as well. Further moving towards NZD-JPY, quite ambiguous in a sense that there are no good swings that I can locate right now, and there's a break that happened right here, pull back, came back down, pull back, came back down, and the swings aren't as healthy as they should have been, and there's a small pullback, again the break that happened, price pullback again. So right now the price is in a small channel, and the idea is really ambiguous right now that what could be our next move. So similarly, if the price break down, something like that can be expected. CAD JPY has given us a better understanding. This is a This was a basically a channel that was being formed, broke out right here. Price pushed back, continued, pushed back, impulsive move, corrective move, impulsive, corrective, impulsive. Each time the price has been going down. So right now the scenario is that price came to this local support that turned into the resistance and price was pushed down, and there was a break on later from this level and price went back up. Right now what we are looking as a range right here. So in any scenario, this is a good pullback that has happened. So any scenario, if the price goes back up right here, we can expect a move like that. So in that case, I would be looking at this level, because you need to understand that whenever the price comes to a certain level, we can't enter specifically on that until unless we find a proper candle structure. And if we have a candle here, something like a bullish break like that, then on that pullback we can enter. So if we have a certainly have a pin bar right here like that, so that can actually represents that the and if the next candle breaks the bottom of the pin bar, we can expect a move towards the downside as well. So that would be actually forming a better double top. So this is a certain scenario right now. Swiss JPY, this was our major support. Price showed us the reaction right here, and this can also be a good order block for our move. But even the idea is that we can even place our, this could be our FTR level as well right there. So in that scenario we can see that the price broke this support, pulled back, came back down, pulled back, came back down, retested all the liquidity that was right here, broke out of this level to level, level to level, guys. This is the trade. These are the trades actually, level to level. Price came back down, came back up, broke this level. Anything like that can further give us the upside momentum, forming a range on the upper trend on the upper side. And now we are back to DXY. So just a current update that DXY has been on a support right here. Price, you can see that the price didn't go back down there, and before that there is a pull that is happening based on this order block right here, as we have discussed earlier. So guys, that's all from my side. I hope that made a better understanding that what we can expect for tomorrow's NFP. And really important data at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, New York time. So take care and have fun.